Phil's trying to put Daniel on a hand. He wants to get as much value as possible from his bet.
22,400.
22,000.
Makes it over 22,000 to go.
Another big river bet from Phil Laak. He's probably putting Daniel on a better hand than what he's got.
Oh.
There's a chance Daniel may read this as a bluff, like a busted flush draw. 3 6s is a very difficult hand to put someone on in this spot.
I feel like you have a pair of queens for some reason. A pair of queens, Phil? Show me one queen.
Tell you what, if you show me both of your cards right now, I'll tell you if I have one of... I'll tell you...
Let's come here.
Tell you, if you fold face up, I'll turn my hand face up.
I don't care about that. I can wait to see it. How much is it?
22,400.
So bizarre, this hand.
Traditionally, if I speak in a hand, I have a strong hand. I would like to end with that as a closing
I don't know.
thought.
I think you got queens. That's what I think you have. 2 queens. What can I beat here? Queens. Yeah, I'm going to fold.
Laak takes it down.
Show me face up, I'll show you face up.
All right. Oh, you made the 6. Okay. I thought you bluffed me for a second, then I realized, okay, you rivered me. It's all good. Diamond one time. Diamond so we can dance.
You had your hand, 10-7 flush. Yeah, diamond so we can dance. You don't want to take that dance. This is the wrong place, the wrong dance house.
Oh, sick river. I even said sick river.
The river may have been sick for Negreanu, but it's Phil Laak's stack that keeps getting healthier and healthier. More when we come back.
Welcome back. Do you think you can beat this game? For a chance to be a loose cannon and play on the big game this season, log on to PokerStars.net. There are free qualifying tournaments every day. Now let's get back to the action.
Thank you, Amanda. With 13 hands left, the loose cannon is still up over $50K, but it's Phil Laak who's on a heater, up over $220,000. The Unabomber explained to us how he snuffed out the Negreanu bluff when he took us behind the poker face.
Normally, in No Limit Hold'em, your tight is right, but this doesn't apply once you add antes. The most optimal time to enter pots is in late position, and Negreanu was obviously doing this nicely, and he raised from late position, and I had ace-queen. I'm obviously calling with ace-queen because against his range, I'm crushing his range. The flop came ace-king, too, so I was delighted to see the king. I check, and he bets
6,500.
I called. On the turn when he bet again, I have to call. If I raise, the cat's out of the bag, and I really don't want to do that yet in case he's bluffing, because he does have a propensity for opening light in this spot, which I think is right. An ace is a great card for me, and it's also a bad card. So when he bets, the fear is starting to burble in me that he has either ace-king or pocket king. On the river, I was in a very, very, very difficult spot because the board rolls off a jack. He bet like a lot. And now I'm thinking, okay, so of course I can only beat bluffs. Every hand that's a real hand beats me. And now I'm pretty sick. I just went over the whole thing many, many times in my head, and I just kept thinking, I've got to fold this. I can't fold, can I? I have too big a hand. I was worried about every hand, period, full stop, except pocket jacks. I was worried about them all.
Danielson, you're not strong. You not know how to fold.
I don't know. The jack was a super scare card, and I just decided to not be scared.
Oh, you wanted to fold so bad, too. You got it. You're a tough man to bluff.
It's a lot of times you don't know, and you're doing things on the edge, and it works out sometimes.
We know that Daniel was bluffing with 6 high, but Phil was able to figure it out, and now he is dressed for success in full Unabomber gear, up over 220 grand. And the loose cannon Ernest Wiggins still on the plus side as well, up almost $53,000 with 13 hands left.
13 hands left, but this is no limit. His entire stack is at risk at any point.
Just give me a hand, y'all. Like, give me a hand, like, for real, man. Like, I promise you, man. I promise you.
You do your thing, man. You do your thing.
Action folds around to Doyle. Raises to 3,000 with 7 high. Ooh, a pair of ladies for the Unabomber.
Phil Laak still getting hit with the deck. Looks like he's not going to slow play it this time.
Raises to 7,200. 10-5 suited for Tony G, who folds. Phil Hellmuth gets rid of his cards as well.
I must be showing you my hand. I haven't come in a pot that you hadn't had a pair.
I don't know what to do when they.
That's it, Flo.
I lived with queens in a different show and I got abused for like 2 months.
One more.
Okay, that's enough. Let's go. Oh, go ahead. For me, it's enough.
Everybody's rabbit hunting.
You know how many big pairs you had on me?
About 14, I think.
Every time I've come to pot, he's raised me.
But I show every time because I
know.
love you and I don't know what to do. I don't want you to think I'm abusing you.
Well, I don't care. I mean, abuse is part of it.
I know, but it's like, it's a home game. If it was more cutthroat, I wouldn't show. I'd just torch you, but I can't torch you.
You're supposed to beat the man on your right in a poker game.
Laak's actually been ambidextrous today when it comes to that.
It's a lot easier when you get kings a couple times.
That helps.
Action begins on the loose cannon, Ernest Wiggins. Queen 6 gets rid of it. Daniel folds.
Here's this again. I'm sorry.
I feel like you, Doyle. I feel like you right now.
Ace 8 for Phil Laak. Limps in. Big slick for Tony G. Raised to 2,200. Pair of 9s for Phil Hellmuth.
Phil's 3-bet many times with worse hands than this. I'm guessing we're going to see a raise.
Making a stand.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making a stand here.
You don't have the guts to raise.
I love the Tony G. Phil.
You don't have the guts. You know
guys
that.
make me happy, I only want to picnic with you two guys.
Phil knows he's supposed to raise. He also knows it's pot limit pre-flop, so Tony probably won't fold.
I'm going to raise it up a little
What,
bit.
have a hand here?
5 more.
To 7,200. Laak folds.
Hand radar strong.
I'll make it whatever. I'll make it 25.
Way too much history between these guys in this game this week for Tony to just call with ace-king.
There you go. Enjoy that one.
Phil has just over 46,000 left.
You're pot committed.
Phil's definitely not pot committed.
What can I have here?
He said, yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like I have you here.
That one. Get it in.
It's priceless.
Push it in.
The pump fake.
Okay.
He goes for it.
Quick call.
I got a pair of 9s.
All right, so it's a flip.
Ace-king, you missed a pair of 9s. Wow.
Just one time?
Some gambling.
Good luck to both of you
You
guys.
guys running it once?
Once.
One time.
This is your
all
hand,
the
though.
cheese. Hellmuth could end up a winner
Yeah, you double up here. You're a
on the
winner.
big game. Very possible here if the 9s hold.
Phil, you only running it once? You only going once?
Tony G wants to
He
run
only
once.
wants to go once.
I'm going once.
Tony G's like,
Tony, did you enjoy the 4 times?
Maybe I
man?
want
Come on,
to
man.
see if I can eliminate him. I got nothing to lose. It's like a free roll.
He's on a free roll.
he's on the Tony G free roll.
What's the fun of that? I've done that already. I've tried that. I'm happy if Phil wins. I'm happy for you. That's the best you could do.
That's the best you can do.
Tony G's been waiting for a chance to knock out Phil Hellmuth all week long. To the flop, Jack 5 tray.
Safe.
Oh, there's
Safety.
2 aces burned, I think. I had an ace, you had an ace. A 9 would be good.
A 9 would be.
But a diamond is good no matter
safe.
what.
Very safe. There's nothing
I'm
to
not
worry
safe
about.
yet.
Nothing to worry about.
9s are holding so far.
Diamond, yeah, that could get you.
On the turn, a 5 of clubs.
Too easy. You've got it.
Okay, now I want insurance.
I'll give you insurance.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Insurance is a side bet where you basically bet on yourself losing the hand.
Well,
Wait, hold on. I'll take it
hang
for
on.
12,000 or whatever. I'll give you 10% juice.
All right, to 12,000, you got 10% juice. Let's go.
Yeah, so I could win 40 or
I've got
50 or
10%
60
juice.
or whatever. Yeah, 12,000 is what you would win. I would win a lot more.
The river card. There's Tony's ace.
He's from space.
Okay, so 12,000. Yes, I finally won an insurance bet on high stakes.
Minus
So
10%. We'll work
12,000.
it out by the end of the show.
So he owes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He owes me like 72,000 roughly.
Tony G ends up winning the pot, but Phil's going to get some cash back.
We'll work it out. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know, but I want to play, so.
Well, that doesn't help you. I mean, you got to rebuy to play. I can't give you chips.
That's all side stuff. Okay, I'm going to rebuy for 50,000 then.
While these guys figure out how much Phil's getting paid, we're going to take care of some bills of our own. More of the big game when we come back.
Reload for 100.
No, you're
That's
supposed to
good.
buy to 100 anyway.
That's good. This is a tough game. It should be tough.
PokerStars.net is now offering you poker tips directly on your phone. We will send you text messages and video tips from the PokerStars.net pros. All you got to do is text POKER to the short code 52525. Really easy. Text message POKER to 52525 now. Standard text message rates apply.
Welcome back to Las Vegas as we reach the home stretch of the big game. After getting felted by Tony G, Phil Hellmuth collected a little under $70K on that insurance bet and has decided to rebuy for another $100,000. While we were away, Hellmuth won some hands, but isn't doing as well as Phil Laak, who's been crushing it. Meanwhile, Ernest Wiggins is now the story. He's up over $50,000.
There are two games going on right now. The guys with losses want to get even, and then there's Ernest. He's got a big decision to make. Is he happy to take home his profits and be the richest guy in his home game, or does he want to come back one more time and risk it all for the chance for more and a better shot at that NAPT passport? Remember, this is no limit after the flop. He's got to survive these last few hands to even get to make that decision.
You did well.
Phil Hellmuth, batting leadoff, limps in. King 7 for the loose cannon.
Dylan, we was good, man. Y'all been working too hard, man. I'm gonna let y'all get a break in a little bit.
Ernest is funny. He folds. Daniel calls. Doyle folds.
Keep insuring.
Phil locks in.
Eventually it's going to pay off. See, let's try it, everybody.
How much are you buried to that? Probably like 200,000 lifetime.
Well, you got to go person by person on that.
Tony G raises to 1,900.
Against Tony G, I'm actually up money.
Hellmuth calls.
Because every time he insures me, I seem to lose the pot, so he keeps paying me.
E-Dub leaves. Going to chat with Amanda, maybe.
The best of it.
Good move.
That's what I would do if I folded.
Well, Daniel's called. Phil Laak is folded, so 3 players to the flop.
3 players, not a single one has a very good hand.
9 ace 7.
3,000.
Tony G fires 3,000.
Everyone's a winner.
Hellmuth folds.
Raise pre-flop. Trying to continue here. Daniel does have the best hand with a king high. Let's see if he's buying what Tony is selling. No sale.
Raises to 8,000.
Tony does have a gut shot draw.
Okay. I got a bad hand because 5-8's bad for the draw. In case it hits.
Tony folds.
I hear you. I had it all. The whole world's fair.
Like my goal was to double up. Now I'm happy. I wanted to double up.
So you're thinking about that decision?
Yeah, that's definitely in factor right now. And we actually talked about that. Yep, we talked about that. So I said I gotta think about it because if I doubled up, I'll probably be more like, all right, have a good day. But now that I'm not, and I am a gambler, yeah. So.
Sounds like Ernest hasn't quite made up his mind yet.
Cool.
Well, let's see if he's in the gambling mood over these final 3 hands. Or if he's willing to just sit on what he's made so far.
My guess is that Ernest is going to rock up.
I might tighten up, too, if I was in his seat.
Wouldn't be surprised if he folded aces.
Like that, right?
Have to. 3 hands left, guys.
It's closing time at the buffet. Everyone's ranges just opened up. Maybe make one last trip up there, fill up their plates.
Yeah.
Phil Laak, the big winner so far, folds. Ace 5 off suit for Tony G. Raises to 1,300. Phil makes a call, 9 high. Loose cannon folds.
Yeah, you want to see aces now, yeah? You want to see aces.
Real nice to run into the closing show, you dig?
Rest of the action folds.
You might as well bet.
How much should I bet? How much?
2,000 in the dark.
You tell me how much I need to bet, I'll bet for you.
Tony G is bet in the dark, Jack 4-8.
Hellmuth has the best hand with a pair of 4s.
How much should I bet now?
And calls.
All of it.
Hang on. You want me to go all in now? You calling?
Maybe.
All right, I check.
Tony G checks in the dark.
I checked.
Queen of diamonds on the turn. Hellmuth's hand's still good.
Maybe a little scared of another overcard coming out.
Hang on. What are you doing?
28.
2,800.
That's 2,800.
It's okay. Yeah,
Even Tony G can't keep drawing.
Well done.
Hellmuth takes this one.
No, I had you.
Really?
Of course I had you.
I don't know if you did. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy you did.
I would not have called an all-in, or maybe I would have called an all-in. I don't know. Maybe we just get a little shippy right at the end.
I think there's right around a 0% chance Phil would have called an all-in.
I think you're overestimating.